it's Wednesday. Oh yeah, for sure. You know what time it is. It's that time, man. It's that time to be encouraged. It's that time to be uplifted. It's that time to be motivated. It's that time to get your soul poured into. It's that time to uplift your spirit. It's that time. It's that time. It's that time. You know what time it is. Wise words Wednesday, baby.
Young man, you a king. I just don't know. I don't know what you know. Young man, you a king. I just don't know. I don't know what you know. Young man, you a king. I just don't know. I don't know what you know. Young man, you a king. I heard a man say the other day that his mama say he was a king.
Man, I'm back with with 3 points to make sure that you're living into your fullest potential. Because one thing that I'm getting tired of, like seeing high school kids not really living in their fullest potential because they've been broken. Like I'm getting tired of adults feeling that all hope is lost because they are too old to do something that God has put in them a long time ago. Like I'm getting tired of people like giving up. Like I'm getting tired of it. I understand if you stop a few times, and I can understand if you get discouraged and you kind of fall back a little bit. You got to readjust some things in your life, but to give up altogether, to live this life and not experience everything that was created for you to experience. Yo, that's like poison to your spirit, man. That's like, to me, that's killing your spirit. That's killing everything in you, man. That's a disrespect, man. Like you owe it to yourself. You owe it to people around you to release the gift that was placed inside of you by God, by the Creator. People need to see what is inside of you, and you are doing yourself as well as this world a disservice whenever you operate beneath your fullest potential. So I gotta ask you the question: does that fit you? Like, did you hear yourself in that? Or are you living under your fullest potential? If you are, I got 3 ways to let you know that you operate in your fullest potential. I got 3 ways to get you back on that right track. Like I just 3 simple things. Just take your pen out, take your iPhone, take your tablet out, whatever you need, man. Take the notes. Just 3 simple things to let you know, like, yo, this is what I can do to help me get back on track. Like, this is what I can make sure that needs to be done so I know that I'm operating my fullest potential, if nothing else. So, number 1, check this out. Number 1, what I need you to understand is you are going to have to address your hurt. You're going to have to deal with your hurt. I don't care where you are in this life. I don't care who you are. I don't care your status. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what gender you are. You are going to have, at some point, you're going to have to address your hurt if you want to live in your fullest potential. There is no way that a body can be fully functioning to its highest potential when it has a hurt place that like in the kneecap or where the joint, you know what I'm saying, a sprained ankle. There is no way that I can participate if I'm playing sports. There's no way that I can function to my highest level if I'm playing on an injury. So one thing that we have to do, we got to address the hurt. And I don't know what this look like for you. I really don't. All I know is that the longer you go with that hurt unaddressed, the longer you're going to live under your fullest potential. And that's what it is. I don't know what that is for you. Maybe you were hurt. Maybe you were molested. Maybe you're abused. Maybe when you grew up, your mom talked to you crazy. Your dad talked to you crazy. Now you have you functioning in what's dysfunctional, you have now made it functional. It's normal to you, but it's really abnormal behavior that you're displaying. Like that's something that you was hurt. You were hurt back in the day, man, and now you've adopted that mentality, and since you were hurt, you have picked up a whole new habit, a whole new way of living, and now you're saying to yourself, well, to keep me from doing that to somebody else, I'm gonna make sure I do this. But your this is actually doing something harmful to somebody else, and you may not even know it, and it's coming from a hurt place. So you have to deal with your hurt. You may think you're fine, but you probably not even fine, man. You probably have become numb to the hurt. You probably have become numb to the pain. And what I gotta have you understand is I'm a massage therapist, right? And it was a guy that came in, like my first client. He came in and he told me, and he said, man, I'm good. You know, I just need a massage, this and that. I'm like, all right. So I got him on the table. I'm massaging him, and I try to move his arm, and his arm only went up so much. And I'm like, dang, you all right? Like, does that hurt? He said, nah. I said, well, what happened? Why is it limited range of motion? He said, well, about a few years ago, I had an injury. I got hurt, and instead of getting it fixed, I let it heal on its own. I said, well, does it hurt right now? He said, nah, it just healed on its own. I don't feel any pain, but I can't raise my shoulder past this point. And sadly, a lot of us are just like that with our life. A lot of us, our spirit has become like that. Our mind has become that way. We are hurt. We were hurt in the past, and we, instead of going to somebody that can heal us, instead of taking your hurt to God, instead of going to somebody that God has placed in your life to help you past your hurt, you have said, nah, you know what, it's cool, I'm gonna let it heal on its own. I'm just gonna suppress what I'm feeling. I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm just gonna let it heal on its own. And what has happened is, yeah, you're able to function, you're able to move, you're able to go to work, you're able to build a business, but your business, when you go to work, you won't be as productive, you won't be as nearly as effective as you would have been had you just taken care of that hurt. So do me a favor. I need you to take care of your hurt. Fix your hurt. Deal with it, because the longer you let it go, I'm telling you, it's not gonna go away. Those thoughts that you have it's not gonna go away. That hurt place that you saying, well, it'll go away on its own. Well, time to heal all wounds. It's not gonna heal it. You gotta deal with it, because if you don't deal with it, it's gonna deal with you for the rest of your life. Then you're gonna always think to yourself like, dang, I wonder what would happen if I did this. So number one, deal with your hurt. Be uncomfortable with it. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna cause you some pain. But the process and the healing is going to be uncomfortable. But once you get healed, you will be fine and you will operate in your fullest potential. Number two, right after you get hurt, right after you go to that doctor to allow him to fix that hurt place, right after God has shown you where it is, and you open yourself up and say, I'm ready to receive whatever is coming, I need you to do one other thing. I need you to get in rehab. Yeah, my boy Trent Shelton, I need you to get in rehab. I need you to do the necessary things that it takes to nurse that injury that was a hurt place for you back to its fullest function, like its fullest potential. Like, I need you to get in rehab. And one thing about rehab makes you reverse bad habits. Rehab makes you reverse bad habits. Rehab makes you pick up new habits. Rehab makes you practice consistency. Sometimes when I was in rehab for my knee, I wanted to quit. I wanted to give up, but I had to keep going. I had to be consistent with going to the trainer. Whenever he said, meet me at 6:30, this time, don't be late. I need you to ice it before you come to me. I need you to ice it after you leave me. Leave my care. I need you to do all of these things that I'm asking you to do. It hurt. It caused me pain. I wanted to give up, but I had to keep going. I had to be consistent. And it's another thing that my wife pointed out to me. You got to get rid of the crutches. I could have walked on those crutches my whole life. I could have walked on those crutches all through rehab. But my wife said, babe, you can't walk on these. You people trying to walk on these crutches, they got to get rid of the crutches. And that's one thing that trainer told me. He said, you got to get rid of the crutch. I said, all right, bet. And so I was limping a little bit. Day 2, I'm limping a little bit. Week 2 is getting a little bit stronger. Week 3, I'm jogging now. Week 4, I'm running. And slowly but surely, the consistency that I displayed allowed me to get back to my fullest function when it came to my knee. So I gotta have you understand. Get into rehab, man. Stay consistent. Get off those crutches. I don't know what rehab looks like for you. I don't know what rehab is for you. I don't know. Maybe you were hurt by men, and now one man that you tried to make it work with, he hurt you, and now you used to say all men are dogs. Well, do me this one favor. Don't say all men are dogs. Switch it up. Go to rehab and say, well, maybe not all, but maybe 50% of them dogs. Just switch up a little bit. Just give me a little hope. Get yourself a little hope. It's going to be all right. And then the next thing, I don't know. Maybe, like I said, man, you grew up a certain way, and you were used to yelling, and you were accustomed to your mom yelling at you and everybody yelling at each other in the house, and your normal was not really a normal way of functioning, but it became normal to you. And now you have translated that into your marriage, into your family. Now you talk to your kids like that. Now you cuss your kids out. Your rehab may be falling back. Like, you ain't gotta yell at me, baby. I understand what you're talking about. I'm not your mom. I'm not your daddy. Like, I wasn't in that house, baby. I need a softer woman. I need that. Like, I need you to be that. Like, don't talk to the kids like that. Maybe your rehab is scaling back from cussing your kids out. You communicating to them, you cussing them out because your mom used to cuss you out. That might be your rehab. But I need you to change it up, switch it up. Just because it's your way, don't make it the right way. Just because y'all did it when y'all was growing up, don't mean it's the right way to do it. So get in rehab. And the last thing that I need you to do, after I got out of rehab, after I got out strengthening my knee, it was time to get back in the game. So I need you to get back in the game. Whatever that game is for you, your game may be teaching. Maybe you lost hope when it came to teaching. Maybe you used to be a coach. You used to like pouring back into people, but you got hurt, and so you stopped. You let the enemy silence your voice. So I need you to get back in the game. Maybe you wanted to start a business, but it didn't work, and you were hurt from it. Maybe they stole the money from you or something like that, and now you said, I don't want anything to do with business. Deal with that hurt place, rehab it, and get back in the game. Keep going. The game is the game. Like, get back in it. It is not going to change. The only thing that changed was you. Yeah, you're going to get attacked from all ends. Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to hurt. People might steal from you. They're going to talk about you. But guess what? They'll do that if you were doing everything right anyway. Don't let what somebody else make you quit what God has told you to do. Get back in the game and go hard. And I'm telling you, when you do it, some of y'all need to, y'all don't want to marry somebody because y'all were hurt in y'all first marriage. Now you want to be single, not because you want to get yourself right. You just don't want to be hurt again. Like, get back in the game. Get back in the game. Fix the hurt. Go to rehab. Do the necessary adjustments that you need. Stay consistent and get back in the game. Get back in the game, man. Those three things, I'm telling you, will allow you to operate in your fullest potential. Like, don't be scared. Attack this life with everything you have. That, like I said the other day, that when you were on your deathbed, when you're at the end of your life, you can look up, you can look in the mirror and say, yo, I gave it everything I had. I gave it everything I had, and nothing held me back. Yeah, I stopped. Y'all may have stopped for 2 or 3 months. Yeah, I may have got discouraged. Maybe I dropped the ball, I fumbled, but you were still living and you still had life, and you picked it back up where you left off, and you kept going. And when you kept going, you gave somebody else hope that they can do the same thing, yo. All right? Fix the hurt. Fix the hurt. Address the hurt. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but address it. Get back in the rehab, and once you get strong enough, I need you to get back in the game. All right? And I love y'all. Till next week, Wise Words Wednesdays.